So we've talked about what can we use when we have a right angle triangle. And we figured that in a right angle triangle, we use SOHCAHTOA, which are the primary trig ratios, or the Pythagorean theorem. Now, if I don't have a right angle triangle, right? So if I have the oblique triangles, now there's two other laws that we use for the cases of oblique triangles. The first law that we're going to talk about is called the sine law. Okay? So the sine law is basically a law that's used when you don't have a right angle triangle, and there's two cases for it. And today's goal is to find the measure of sides and angles in oblique triangles using the sine law. So an oblique triangle is any triangle that does not have a right angle or a 90 degree. Okay? So this is the case, won't have a 90 degree angle. And when we're naming the triangle, the angles are across from their corresponding sides. And this is where what this says is if you have angle A, then you have side A across from it. Angle B, side B. Angle C, side C. Okay? This is what it means when it comes to this sentence. So, if you know two angles and any side, then you can use sine law. So 2 and any side. So they tell you here angle, angle, side, or angle, side, angle. So basically if you know angle, angle, side. Okay? That's what it means with these AAS, but it doesn't matter as long as you know any two angles and a side in an oblique triangle, you can use sine law. So let's say if I know angle A and I know C and I'm looking for side C. Okay? And I know side A. I'm looking for side C. Okay? So the formula says the following. Says A over sine A equals to B over sine B equals to C over sine C. So you see that every angle and every side, they correspond together. Side A over sine angle A. In order for you to be able to use these formulas, you need to know three information. Two angles and an opposite side. So if I know, let's say, angle A and angle C, and I know side A, then I can look for side C. Make sense? Because I know 1, 2, 3 information, and I'm only missing one. Okay? Let's say if I give you this. I give you angle A and angle C, but I give you side B. What do I have to do first? That's right. In order for me to be able to use sine law, knowing angle A and angle C and not knowing A and C, I can't use it. So because I only know side B, then I need to know what angle B is. If I know two angles, I'm looking for the third, what do? You do 180 minus the other two. Okay? So now I know angle B. I know the opposite side B, so I can use my B ratio. And then let's say if I'm looking for side A, then I can use the A. If I'm looking for side C, then I can use the C, along with the B. So you always pick two ratios to use in the sine law. Okay? when we look at examples, it will make a little bit more sense to you guys. Now, if you know two sides, and in this case, it must be a corresponding angle or an opposite angle. If it's not an opposite angle, then you can't use sine law. So you need to know two sides and one of their opposite angles. Then we can use the following formula. To solve for the other angle. That should be small c. So, let's say if I know angle A, and I have to know side A, and let's say I know side B, then I can solve for angle B. Okay, so I must have an angle and its opposite side. Let's look at this triangle. What do I know in this triangle here? Two angles and one side, and I'm looking for another side. Okay? Since I'm looking for a side, that means I have to use this. Okay? This one, when you're looking for a side. This one, you would use when you're looking for an angle. Okay? So, I'm looking for side, looking for this. I know angle E and side E, and I know angle D. Can you give me the formula that you're going to use?
A over sine.
Now, I don't have A's and B's here. Can I change my formula a little bit? Okay, so E over sine E equals to D over sine D. Remember that it doesn't matter what the name is, X, Y, Z, doesn't matter. You're just changing your letters. That's it. So I know side E and I know angle E. I'm going to plug it in. So it's going to be 38 over sine 95 equals to, I don't know what side D is. So the reason we have the two different types of formula is to make it easier for us to solve. Okay, so we don't have to have something in the denominator that we're solving for. Now it's a matter of just bringing the sine 40 over. Okay, or what I call half cross multiply. You're only multiplying that sine 40 here. Okay, so that gives you 38 times sine 40 over sine 95 equals to D. What do you get? 24.5 centimeter. Does that make sense to you guys? So in this case, I have an angle on its opposite side. Remember, sine law, you must have an angle on its opposite side in order for you to be able to solve. Okay, for the second question, it's asking you to find the measure of angle C. Do I have enough information to use sine law? Yes. I know angle A and its opposite side A, and I know side C, and I'm looking for angle C. So what are the two ratios that I'm going to use? A and C. And which formula do I use? Remember this time I'm looking for an angle. So sine is going to be on the top, and let's fill in the information. Sine 59 over 19 equal to sine C over 12. Same idea, right? That's why I'm using the two different versions. Because now, whatever I'm looking for is on the top. I don't have to do much work. That's why I have the two different versions. Okay? Now, the same idea is just I have to cross multiply. Or half cross multiply. So that's going to be 12 times sine 59 over 19 equals sine C. So what do you get when you do this? That's not what you get when you do this. You get point something, no? 0.65. Now, is that your angle C or is that sine C? Sine C. Remember that anytime I'm looking for an angle, what do I have to do? The inverse. Okay? So remember that this is now giving me sine C. To solve for angle C, I need to do sine inverse. Okay? So can you give me the answer that you got for this? 0.69? 0.6. Okay. Is there more numbers? All zeros? Okay. You want to keep at least 4 decimal place when you're getting this, okay, to give you a better accurate answer. Okay? So when I find the ratio here, I'm going to have to leave it at least to 4 decimal place. What? So when you do 12 times sine 59 over 19? Okay? 5, 4 what? 0.5414. What's after the 3? So 14. Okay. You got it? No? Maybe you're pressing not sign. Oh, okay. So you close the bracket, then divide it by. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah. All right. Now, if I want to find angle C, I have to do the sine inverse. I can't even write today. There we go. And that should give you 33 degrees, you said? Are we good with that? Excellent. Okay, I'm going to give you time to work on this question. Now, eyes on me for a second, please. This question is asking you to find the length of xy if angle x is 83 and angle y is 35 and side z is 26. Okay, so you're going to have to find the length of x and the length of y. Okay, so they're asking you to find this. And then when you're done, you're going to find this. Okay, so you're going to have to do multiple solutions. I'm going to give you time to work on this, and then we can take it up after. Okay?